Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Mishta, and I've got lots more madness. All right, today I had a request about doing a video about nutrition and exercise, and if it helps when you're HIV positive, or about how if the meds make me tired all the time. Well, so far since I've found out I was HIV positive, I've been exhausted. So I don't know if it's strictly due to the meds or the fact that, taking the meds and knowing you have an illness and all that is very taxing. Probably both. But yes, exercise is very important, nutrition is very important, and I want to tell you some of the things that I do. So lately, I have been trying to exercise 3 to 5 times a week. I have my sword experience exercising stuff that I do. That's working out with my sword, and doing a lot of different stretches, footwork, hand work, moving the sword around, and so it's a decent workout. And it also has some cardio in there because we have a lot of footwork, we have a lot of jumping around and that kind of thing, being nimble, and that's some good cardio. I also work out. I pulled it up on YouTube. I also work out with. Oh wait, they moved on me. These ladies. I don't know if you can see it. It's the Kukuai. Oh wait, can you see it? There we are. The Kukuai dance exercise. It's a really great. They have a great workout program. You can do hour-long videos. You can do 15-minute videos. You can do whatever you want, and there's some in between, like 30 minutes and 45 minutes and all that. And they have this. They have their own website. You can go on there. You can subscribe. You can pay to be a member. So far, I've only been doing their free YouTube videos because I can't afford that right now. But they have some really amazing stuff on YouTube, and they're KUKUWA Fitness, and they do African dance of all different kinds. It's amazing. It's so much fun, and it's very cardio. And then they also do. Let me get her up here. I also work out with this girl who is actually on the show Flash. It's his real life wife, and she is Dare to Be Active, and this is her website. Oop. There it is. I don't know if you can see it very well, but she's got her website on YouTube, and she does some really good workouts. Everything from posture and stretches you can do while you're at work, little workouts you can do in the kitchen while you're cooking, 45-minute workouts that are just aerobics kind of workouts. She does weightlifting. She does a little bit of aerobics, a little bit of yoga, all kinds of different things. She does this really great 10-minute core workout I absolutely love. And she does some some other really good core strengthening workouts that are amazing, and I really love them. So those are two of the separate things that I follow on YouTube to help work out those 3 to 5 times a week. Now, I work 8 hours, 4 days a week, and so on those days, I do a shorter workout. And because 8 hours on your feet is a pretty good workout itself, especially right now, it's exhausting. We are cleaning and doing all these things, so it's extra work. And it's very physical. We're rubbing up and down, cleaning the glass, rubbing everywhere, so it's we're working out pretty much. And so it's a pretty good cardio sometimes at my work, doing certain things, doing the vacuuming, doing certain stuff. And then there's also the people part. And so that I have to be articulate and thinking right and on my toes and try to be quick when people ask me questions. I have to be able to answer them quickly. So it's also important to have that exercise and nutrition in part of your daily habit or your daily routines, because that also keeps you alert and aware of what's going on, and you can react and respond better to people, and it just all works really well together. I try to eat a really balanced meal before I go to work. I try to also bring a good meal to work with me. Even if I have to eat a frozen dinner, I'll throw some fruit on the side, or chop up some kale and throw it in some soup that I get, or other, chop up some broccoli and throw it in some macaroni and cheese. Anything to add a little vegetables and fruits to your daily mundane food that you eat that are not so necessarily, that aren't so healthy. So just because they're not necessarily healthy doesn't mean you can't make them a little more healthy. And that also works well with the working out. It really makes you be able to have more energy. It gives you more focus. It really helps me a lot. I mean, I can tell the difference. I mean, I've had HIV for 23 years. And I've gone through times where being a single mom, working, 60 hours a week, and, having very little time to myself, let alone time to work out. And I would maybe work out on my days off, and that was usually taking hikes with my kids and doing stuff like that, or snowboarding. And that helped keep me, fit as much as I could possibly do. I have always tried to exercise 3 to 5 times a week just in my whole life. And there have been quite a few times, especially like recently, 3 years ago, I was walking with a cane because I had a bookshelf fall on me. And that, it pretty much crippled me for a bit. And I was walking with a cane. There were times where I couldn't walk with a cane because my back hurt so bad I couldn't hold on to the cane. It was horrible. And I could only do physical therapy. But I did that physical therapy every single day. And that's why I'm where I'm at now, where I can actually be on my feet 8 hours and get through the day. Even if I have pain, I take my CBD oil and it helps. I try to stick to all natural things for pain. I try to stick for all natural things for inflammation. I don't try to take any of the doctor's pills for any of that. I only take the doctor's pills for HIV. And I also use my inhaler. Other than that, I try to stay all natural. I try to take turmeric. I try to take CBD oil, THC oil to help sleep. I don't try to take any other pills or anything like that. And that's also a big deal. The more pharmaceuticals you take, the less healthy your body is going to be. It's a huge combination of all these things that work together that help make you healthy, especially if you're HIV positive, have cancer, or any other kind of illness. It's super hard to get through every day if you don't take care of yourself in all of those ways. Even mentally, you have to be mentally fit, you have to be physically fit, it really helps, it really does. You don't even have any idea. There was a while where I was gaining weight and feeling depressed, and I wasn't working out, I wasn't exercising, and I was just giving up. I was telling the social workers, I'm sorry, I'm giving up. I can't pay my bills, I'm on disability, there's no reason, there's no hope for me, I'm going to end up homeless soon. I was devastated. And then I had my friend Becky at the gym inspire me and say, Mishta, why don't you come do my Zumba class for an hour? Twice a week. Come do my Zumba class for an hour. And boom, I started really feeling great. Well, that slacked off a little bit because it was really hurting me. And I went, okay, wait a minute. I got to readjust and take littler classes to get up to that, and then go back into my Zumba. So what I did was I got into my sword experience stuff, and I got into working out with the sword because a lot of that is strength training, and it's not, you don't have to do the aerobics part. You can do the upper body strength, and you can still be working out and do a little bit of the lower body strength, and or do my physical therapy with it that was for my lower body, and that helped tremendously. Doing my physical therapy every day, it was amazing. And when I stopped for a while, it was because, I couldn't afford to go to the gym. Insurance wasn't going to help me cover anything, and I was just devastated. And I didn't know what to do. And that's when my friend said, hey, why don't you come to the gym and do this? And it was a little overwhelming at first, and that's why you have to know your body. You have to know what's going to be too much. When I started having more pains other places, I went, wait a minute, I think maybe I need to get in better shape to be able to take your class that's an hour long. But with doing that, I was able to now take her Zumba class for an hour and not have it be that big a deal. So, and that was right before COVID happened. I was going to Zumba 3 times a week. I was doing Zumba. I was also doing my sword training the other 2 or 3 days. and I was just trying to stay as active as possible, and I was feeling so good. And I started slacking off a little bit because of this whole COVID thing. The gym got shut down, everything got shut down. My sword experience thing got put off another month. So for this last month, I've been trying to do my own workouts, and that's what I do. Is I work out with these ladies with doing the dance. I do have my sword experience thing that has videos on working out. They have video. They have articles about nutrition and health, and that's how I learned about the D3. I'm taking D3, calcium, and a thing called ester C, and it's a bunch of C vitamins and calcium combined, and so that really helps your body and your bones and your immunity, and it helps build up your immune system. So if you did get a cold, you get over it quick. And this has all been a really big part of how I've been able to stay so positive and focused through this whole pandemic thing. I mean, at first I was terrified to go to work. I was like, what's going to happen? I could get this and die and da da da. And come to find out, I mean, since I'm on one of the meds that they have used to treat this disease, I feel pretty good about that. Not all, excuse me, not all HIV meds are in that category. So I believe as long as you take your HIV meds, your immune system is kind of back up normally where it should be for all the other people. So you really don't have a compromised immune system anymore. You have to just focus on keeping it good and healthy. You know, you just do the exercises, do the eating right, and, you know, do everything you can to stay healthy. And then that's an easier, you know, you don't have to stress out and freak out going, oh my God, what if I get sick? If I get sick, I'm going to die. It's like, no, you're not. You're going to be healthy, and even if you do get this, it's going to be like the people that get it and get better, and you're fine. You know, and that's what I believe. You know, I can't keep going to work fearing this whole thing. I mean, I try to wear my mask as much as possible. There have been times where I had to take it off so I could breathe because I was trying to talk so much I almost passed out from hyperventilating. And that would be bad because I'd hit my head on something. So I just took the mask off and was talking to people and just stayed 6 feet away, and nobody coughed, nobody had any problems. So that's how I've been dealing with it. I've been just doing what I feel is good for my body and go with what is making things work in a positive way for me. And that's working out as much as I can. Even before work, I do like 15-minute exercises. And then on the days that I don't have to work, I try to boost it up to a half hour to 45 minutes or so, maybe an hour, and go from there, you know, because that's what my body is able to do. And each person is going to have your own body's boss. You know what you can handle. You know, like I knew after getting hurt a little bit, after the first couple of Zumba, I went, okay, wait, I got to slack off a minute, get stronger, then go back to the Zumba, because you need to be strong for that, or, you know, take it slow in the class. And I'm not the kind of person that can take it slow in the class, so I had to get a little stronger to be able to do it. And that wasn't that hard. A couple weeks, and boom, you know, and that was it. A couple weeks of sword training, even a couple weeks of core workout, and I was on it, you know, and it was great. And so now I'm ready to do my sword experience thing. I am ready to do these things, even though you know, I've got HIV and I've got cancer. I'm a fighter and I'm really healthy, and it makes the world of difference between having the energy to be able to do stuff, having the focus ability, having everything. You have cognitive memory, you have all the functions that you need to, you know, if you need to handle something happens that's out of the ordinary, you know how to handle it, you know, and you can. And exercising and eating right just makes everything easier to deal with. It really does. And it's really important. And I can't say it enough, but I'll be repeating myself if I keep saying it. So I'm going to try not to, you know, make this too long of a video, but I really wanted to get that message out there that it's really important to be healthy, because it does matter. It does increase your energy. It does increase your ability to handle things mentally. It does increase your chances of not getting sick, even if you got COVID, and just getting sick and getting healthy, you know? So go exercise, go be healthy, go eat right, and just try to live your best life, because that's really all we got. And having an illness and having that be like a wake up call, let it be your wake up call. You know, if you haven't been this way your whole life, which I was a gymnast when I was younger, so I've really been active and been healthy my whole life. I've always worked out. But at the same time, having HIV was a wake up call going, hey, I gotta really focus and make sure I take care of myself and not slack off too far. I mean, there's times where like there'll be a week while I'm having my period that all I want to eat is chocolate and junk food. And if I do that, I'm like, okay, next week I've got to really, really get out there and pound the pavement and get out there and do some stuff of working out and go back to the gym and hit those weights or hit the freaking Zumba class or whatever. You know, whatever works for you, go do it. So thank you for watching, and I definitely appreciate all the comments. I do take requests if I can. I will do some videos later about when I first got diagnosed, some of the different meds I've been on, different things like that. I thank you for your requests. You know who you are. And I do appreciate doing, you know, helping people come to a realization that you can live your best life even if you're HIV positive. You can, you know, have a bunch more energy if you realize that you need to work out and do your exercises, you know, eat nutritiously, and, you know, just take care of yourself. And so please definitely just go out there and get some exercise and take care of yourself and eat right and, you know, have a lot more energy. So thank you again for watching, and again, thank you for the request, and please like, comment, subscribe, and have a peaceful day. And ring the bell for notifications if you want to know when the next video is up. Peace.